There has been speculations of Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka working with ODM Party leader Raila Odinga, especially after the recent hit by Raila during the Wiper Democratic Movement National Delegates Conference, where he had been invited as a chief guest. Mariam Jahid had a sit-down with Taita Taveta's deputy governor, who is also Wiper's youth leader, Majala Mlaghui. Take a look.
It's 9 years since the devolution government took charge, devolving government functions to county level. Now I'm joined with the deputy governor of Taita Taveta, Majala Mlaghui, to discuss invectiveness of devolution. What are the hits and misses of devolution since it started?
The chair of the Young Wiper Democrats within the Wiper Democratic Movement. What are the hits and misses of devolution since it started in 2013? That's almost 7-8 years ago. I would say that we have seen grassroots transformation. We have seen development come to the very old lady, old man in the deepest interiors of Kenya, able to see water, running water around them, able to see tarmacked roads, able to see bursaries coming in to help their school children. We've been able to see agricultural extension officers support them with agricultural work. So the work that was done prior devolution in 2013 has been magnified. And we can say that the economy has started hitting the grassroots because of devolution. Misses have been that there's always going to be teething challenges with any new structure, with any new organization. And county governments have had those teething problems. Initially, first of all, being able to understand how to implement devolution from 2013 to 2017. And then after that, making sure that the employees are what is required for a staff base, a staff establishment that would then be able to adequately deliver services. And thirdly, being able to receive monies on time from national government, bearing in mind that not all of the county governments have the budget, local revenue budgets to be able to sustain the full county budgets. So those are areas where there's been a few misses.
You are now serving as the deputy governor of Taita Taveta since 2017. How did you find yourself in that position?
So when the county governments were being established between 2013 to 2017, I was extremely vocal to not only see that we were implementing the right laws, but we were also paying attention to small things, we'll call them small, but small things like gender equity. Initially, the county executive committee that had been established had all men. But through an open letter that I wrote to the governor in 2013, he was able to understand that he needed to read the Constitution differently than he had in the County Governments Act, and 3 women were able to be nominated to the County Executive Committee. So through my vocalness of both governance matters and mining matters, I was a face that was recognized by the community in Taita Taveta, specifically in Mwatate constituency. And I believe that then shone a light to possible candidates who are vying for governor of who they could run with, who brings value to the table for a deputy governor. So in 2017, I had a conversation with my governor, Granton Samboja, and he then made the offer to run with me on a Wiper ticket in August 2017 elections. And by the grace of God, we had the winning ticket of the day.
Have you ever disagreed with Governor Samboja?
There are times where people want to put a spanner between myself and my principal, thinking that will gain them more political mileage wherever they may be. So these things always happen. However, the role of a deputy is always to be able to assist the principal and to be able to implement their manifestos and visions for that particular time frame. So there may have been a few challenges as we were all growing within the system, understanding where we're meant to be positioning ourselves, but it hasn't stopped us from trying to transform to the best of our capability what we want to see for Taita Taveta.
Now, will you vie for the coming elections as the governor of Taita Taveta?
I will vie for the governor's seat in 2027. I'm currently deputy governor, and the intention had been to vie for 2 terms as deputy governor, led by the governor, Granton Samboja. So I don't have any intention on starting off a fight with my boss in 2022. That is not progressive for myself as a political person, neither would it be progressive for the county. So we will see how what the future holds for us. However, also it's the prerogative of the governor to decide to choose another running mate if he so wishes. Elections is about choice, and what we're doing in elections is democracy. So if that would be the case, then I would also consider.
What next if Granton Samboja does not pick you as his deputy governor when he runs for a second term in 2022?
If my governor decides to go with someone else for deputy governor position, there's plenty of positions open. There's about 5 positions that are open to any person who would be looking to serve at the county government level. So either deputy governor or MP or senator or women rep or even MCA.
The most stupid fellow on the earth to go and support the 3rd time a presidential candidate, all right, without a measure of reciprocity. I think it goes beyond the doctrine of good faith, justice, fairness. Yeah, and I can tell you, this man you're talking to is very strong.
Politics is like the ocean, affected by the moon. Moon may be the powers of God, where the waves come in and out, and you can't base. We have to be flexible in the relationships that exist, especially ones that have existed for many, many years, over 30 years of working relations. Yes, it's true there was some resistance to the working relationship earlier on in the year. However, from yesterday, we saw that the 2 principals have decided to come together and work together. Finances. Campaigns in this country have proved to be extremely expensive, and people will always ask, where will the money come from? Because you have to keep the money for your family as well as money for campaigning. Where will it come from? But I believe that as a leader, if you have a good vision, if you have a good sense of how you will incorporate stakeholders and partners in that vision to move forward with them, then the money will follow you. In policy matters, we say funds follow function. So if you're the function as a woman leader, then the funds will follow you.
As we end the interview, what do Kenyans don't know about you?
Kenyans don't know that I love to cook. We are always seeing that if you're a woman who happens to be in powerful positions such as yourselves, we don't have a background of wanting to be in the kitchen. I love to be able to get in and cook a very good pilau, and I welcome you to taste it.